Alright, so we got Horst coming in from Germany playing as Solomon Moto, and they are playing Harpies. Of course he's playing Harpies, that perv. Anyways, I'm making the first move, so I draw and activate my Allure of Darkness to draw 2 cards and banish my Auto Rocket. Then I set Magna Rocket and set Bottomless to end my turn. I wanted to play more defensive because at the time I didn't know what they were playing, and funnily enough they just Dark Hole my Rocket, which is fine. Then they summon Harpie Channeler into Perfumer and adds Feather Rest to hand. Then they Synchro into Cyber Slash, which I immediately attempt to Bottomless Trap Hole, but annoyingly they use Cyber Slash's effect to save itself back into the extra deck. Then they set a card and end their turn, which activates my Magnus effect to summon Tracer from my deck. Now it's my turn and my skill activates to set my field spell from my deck, so I use it to special summon the 2 Rockets from my hand, which I wanted to see if I could bait out what their set card was, but they didn't activate anything, so I just go ahead and use my Poly to fuse Metal and Tracer, which I definitely should not have used Tracer to fuse, that was my misplay, and I bring out my Beast, Borreload Furious Dragon. Which, yup, they were saving their Bottomless Trap Hole for, but I refuse to let them banish my card, so I just use Furious Dragon's effect to destroy itself, to destroy Bottomless, which at least puts him in the graveyard if I want to use his other effects later. So with nothing left to do, I end my turn. It's their turn and they summon Harpie Lady 1, and they use Elegant Egotist to bring out another Harpie Lady 1, and then they bring back out their Cyber Slash. Then they use Feather Rest to recycle their Harpies from the grave to add Oracle to hand and change Cyber Slash's effect to bounce my silver back to my hand. Very annoying. Then Oracle's effect activates to special summon itself, which then boosts Cyber Slash's attack to 2800, which they use for a direct attack. Lastly, Oracle adds another Feather Rest to their hand, which ends their turn. It's my turn and it's not looking too good for me, but my skill activates to put Dillinger's Dragon in my grave and I hella top deck Quick Launch. Right away, I use Boot Sector to revive my Tracer and Metal, which triggers Dillinger's Dragon to spawn from my graveyard. I then use Tracer's effect to replace it with Shell, and then I Link Summon into the heart and soul of my deck, Borreload Dragon. I immediately enter my battle phase and attack their Cyber Slash and use my Dragon's effect to take control of it. Then I quick launch into Magna and use Boral's other effect to target and trigger Magna's effect, which then sends their Oracle straight to Narnia. And now that their field is empty, I attack them directly with their own Cyber Slash. I end my turn by triggering Magna's effect to bring out Shell Rocket so I can have some kind of defensive contingency. And it's their turn and they summon Perfumer into Elegant Egotist, which they then use to bring out Harpie Lady 1. And I'm like, I gotta stop them before they pop off, so I use my Borreload's effects to target and trigger Shell's effect to shotgun their entire board. And then they start to use Feather Rest, but I guess all this was too much for poor old Solomon Moto to handle, so they surrender and walk away from the duel. This was my first time playing against Harpies, and I could definitely see the appeal in their ability to swarm the field and bounce cards to the hand, but at the end of the day, they were no match for my Rockets. I hope you guys enjoyed the duel. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys next time.